Breaking news, take a look. Bitcoin has just entered the blood zone, breaking this wave trend white line for the second time in this bull run, something that has never happened before. The only other time where it's entered 2 times was in 2019, when it entered once here, and the second time it entered, the top was already in. Is it possible that Bitcoin's top is already in? And what are we doing in the blood zone in the midst of a bull run? Something fishy is going on. We are going to sniff it out with all of the facts and get to the bottom of this legendary wave trend blood zone. Imagine breaking free from your financial worries and achieving true financial freedom. Normally, our yearly membership costs almost $7,000, but for a limited time, you can access it for just $960, an incredible 86% discount. You'll immediately unlock live trading sessions, over 200 bite-sized mini courses perfect for a busy schedule, exclusive weekly market reports, daily chart alerts, and a step-by-step blueprint to financial freedom. Plus, with the yearly plan, you're going to get 2 months free and 3 trade alerts worth 2.4K. I literally can't make it any easier. This is your opportunity to break free from those financial worries. The price equals less than $3 per day to completely change your whole life and your family's future. Our exclusive members have seen incredible results, like Pat, who is up over 50% in his brokerage account. Worried about commitment? You can cancel anytime, no questions asked. Don't miss out. This is limited time only. Visit CryptoCrewUniversity.com now. Again, that's CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Go now. Clock is ticking. Here we are on the weekly chart, Bitcoin US dollar index, and we've got price action above, and we have the legendary wave trend down below. Now, the wave trend is very simple. What you have are these 2 spectrums, right? When we get down towards this green area down here, that's when you want to buy Bitcoin. And when we get up towards this yellow line up here, that's when you want to think about selling. We got up to that yellow line back in March and April 2024 when we were up here at 74,000 when we made a video that said a surprise crash was coming, and you know the history, what happened after that. So here we are, right? We were overextended back then, and we touched the green back here when prices were around $15,000, $16,000, and you know what happened after that. But when you go to the wave trend, you can go to your indicators, you can set it up. I'll show you my settings here so that you can set it up precisely the same. Here are the inputs, and here are the styles. I have 2 extra lines on my wave trend that I would like you to add as well. I have this yellow line at 80. And I have this white line at 24. The reason I have this yellow line is to represent where the most overbought places are for Bitcoin, so you can look to take some very healthy profits off the table. And the reason I have the white line is this really separates the bear market in the bull market. In other words, we traditionally do not go below this white line unless we're in a bear market. Case in point, 2012, we got below this white line. Why? We were literally in a bear market. 2015, we got below this white line. Why? We were quite literally in the bear market. The bottom of the bear market gets below this white line, and the bottom of that market gets towards the green, and that's when you buy. You simply buy at the green, and you take profits at the yellow. You'll look like a superhero for the rest of your life. Right? So when you start to look at it, we put in this white line for that reason. We put in this yellow line for that reason, to really make it simple, right? So where things got a little bit fishy, it started in 2019. Remember, 2019 was a very unorthodox market cycle. It was an A, B, C correction, which really finished out a larger move for the past 8 to 10 years that Bitcoin was in the midst of. More on that in other videos, but that's when things started to really turn, because in all the prior years, we never got below this white line unless it was a bear market. 2012 bear market, 2015 bear market. And right here, you can see 2018 bear market below this white line. 2019 started to be a little bit fishy, right? We were well overextended, and then we came back to double bottom. Now, every market typically double bottoms. You can see here, bottom number 1, bottom number 2. But we got to 2018, we just had bottom number 1, and then prices skyrocketed and we were well overextended, and the market had no structure. There was no respect to structure, so the market had to come down and double bottom. When it did that, it broke into below this white line for the first time in history. And at that time, it was considered a double dip, meaning it was a signal to the market, hey, we're still in a bull run, but this is an incredible time to buy. So I sat here in this very chair when we double dipped in this market, because that happened right here when prices were at about 24, 25,000. I sat here in this chair and I covered the wave trend, and I said repeatedly, this is a double dip opportunity. This is an opportunity to buy Bitcoin. Why? Because this is a clear signal to the market. Hey, wake the hell up. We're still in a bull run, but this is a double dip opportunity, just like 2019. We compared it to 2019 relentlessly. And what happened? We stayed at 24, 25,000 for a little while, and then we skyrocketed up to almost 74,000. That was our double dip. The problem is we just were overextended. We touched the yellow line, which we hadn't done since quite literally our top of 2021. And we plummeted through this white line, entering the blood zone. Now, why could this be? The only other time in history that we were in the midst of a bull run and we plummeted through here for the second time, first was here, second was here, was 2021. That's it. If you may say, well, why aren't we counting the red box? Well, the red box is quite literally the market cycle bottom, and that's not up for debate. We're not near a market cycle bottom. We're not in a bear market. So we can just take out this red box, this red box, this red box, and this red box. Those are not up for discussions. There's no way, shape, or form in any chart that I study, and I study about 100 charts per week, none of them suggest that we're near any sort of market cycle bottom. Therefore, those are irrelevant.
Imagine breaking free from your financial worries and achieving true financial freedom. Normally, our yearly membership costs almost $7,000, but for a limited time, you can access it for just $960, an incredible 86% discount. You'll immediately unlock live trading sessions, over 200 bite-sized mini courses perfect for a busy schedule, exclusive weekly market reports, daily chart alerts, and a step-by-step blueprint to financial freedom. Plus, with the yearly plan, you're gonna get 2 months free and 3 trade alerts worth 2.4K. I literally can't make it any easier. This is your opportunity to break free from those financial worries. The price equals less than $3 per day to completely change your whole life and your family's future. Our exclusive members have seen incredible results, like Pat, who is up over 50% in his brokerage account. Worried about commitment? You can cancel anytime, no questions asked. Don't miss out. This is limited time only. Visit CryptoCrewUniversity.com now. Again, that's CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Go now. Clock is ticking. What we're comparing is this yellow box and this yellow box, and what happened after this yellow box and what's happening after this yellow box. Those are what we're going to really hone in on. So let's go and do precisely that. So once again, this yellow box is 2019, and this one represents September 2023. Something that is coming up time and time again. If you join the FFA, you're going to get these trade alerts. September 2023 is a huge date that you're going to see in all of the trade alerts. I just dropped a big clue, but you're only going to know if you have the FFA. So what we had in 2019 was our first double dip. After then, we battled up towards this red line. We started holding as support. We got up past this yellow line, and then that was it. Once we got up past this yellow line, we had our market cycle top, and then we started to plummet. Why? We were really overextended. This move from 10K up to 69K was just too fast. It didn't respect structure, and it wasn't methodical. Bitcoin was completely out of breath, completely out of momentum, and it needed to regain some structure. It needed to cool off, and it needed to do it fast. So we had this big plummet in price. When we'd had this big plummet in price, we had our wave trend crash into the blood zone for the second time. That's never happened before. That was our first double dip, and then we had our second crash into here. This
was a big foreshadowing of what's to come. This was telling the market, hey, we had just reached our market cycle top. We touched this yellow line. We even went above it. We were way overextended. We crashed down here. And at that time, everybody was chanting 100K like it was definitely, certainly, unequivocally going to happen. And whenever the market, the herd, starts chanting this, led by Grandma Betty, the leader of the herd, chanting 100K, 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 as if it's certainly going to happen, it will never happen. You always want to go against the high majority. And at that time, they were certain that we'll have a little pullback and then a skyrocket. But the charts were saying otherwise. All of the charts. Look at them. Study any of them. They were all saying the same thing. They were saying like, hey, we're crashing into this blood zone and it's not pretty. We already double dipped. The double dip is a buying opportunity. And this was foreshadowing of like, get the hell out of the way. Yes, we saw a subsequent double top, but the story was already in. You can see the high here, the lower high here, the high here, the higher high here, incredibly strong bearish divergence right in front of our eyes, plain view. You can see it. Now, what you don't want to see in this market is more of the same, because if you look at it, we have closed already below this white line. It's not like, well, maybe we're going to close. Let's see Sunday. No, we've done it. Plain and simple. Look right here. It's there. It's below this. That's not good. The only time we got below is our double dip. We held great market structure back here in June 2023, a subsequent rally, a little double top, a plummet, and a subsequent double dip. The double dip was an incredible buying opportunity, 24.25, which I sat right here. I said time and time again, great buying opportunity. It was at the end of phase one of the bull, building beautiful market structure. Phase one builds beautiful market structure directly on top of our resistance from our bear market, and it was ready. And the market got really overextended. We went from 24.25 up to 74 in really, really fast. And we didn't really respect structure. There's a couple key structures that there was no respect whatsoever. We just blazed through it. And I kept saying, hey, this is not a good sign for the longevity of the bull run. So you can see we got up to 74. We don't even need to roll the clip. You've already seen it 100 times. We called the top at 73.5K and we said a surprise crash was coming. And you can see what happened after that. And here we are. So now the question is, well, what happens next, right? If Bitcoin recovers quickly and gets the hell out of this, we can respect the rest of the bull run. If not, then we can look for a further crash. And the only thing that's going to save the day is the weekly stochastic RSI. That has the capability to lead Bitcoin to a new all-time high. The problem is once we get to a new all-time high, we're going to need to avoid ridiculously strong bearish divergence. That means the weekly RSI has to make a higher high, higher than 88, something that it's only done a few times in the history of Bitcoin. So we're asking a lot here. Bitcoin has to make a new all-time high, and it has to make a higher high in the RSI to avoid bearish divergence. But the signs are starting to come in. The market could start to turn bullish with that weekly stochastic RSI cross leading to a 2-week, but that doesn't mean it's out of the woods. It still has the 2-month Gravestone Doji candle represented right here. Again, the Gravestone Doji candle doesn't represent or doesn't alter really the charts tomorrow and the next day and the next day. It alters charts month to month to month. There's a lot of downward pressure in the big grand scheme of things, which suggests that we could be at a potential pivot top and we could be cooling off, and then we could have another surge in Bitcoin to a new potential double top or even a new all-time high. That's what's seeming likely at the moment. And given the fact that with the Traders Dynamic Index, we have similar news. We have a breach of a major trend line that has only happened when we've had other subsequent crashes and a cool off of the market in the midst of a bull run. This doesn't mean the bull run is over. It just means we might need further time for Bitcoin to cool off. And the only thing that could save the day is the weekly stochastic RSI. Quite literally, that stochastic RSI in the weekly could lead to a 2-week stochastic RSI cross, which those are super rare, usually about once per year. And the last time we had one in Bitcoin was September of last year. It's been about a year since we've had one, and we are getting ready to have another one. That's the only thing that could save the day. So if bullishness comes into the market next week, week, the week after, next month, you still need to remain level-headed and calm and look at these facts in the charts and look for this bearish divergence playing out and look for those two things Bitcoin has to do to null and void the 2-month Gravestone Doji candle. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you right back here in the next video. Triple upload. Love it. Josh says, Steve's courses in FFA have transformed my trading in just a few weeks. Peter says, you changed my life. JW said, don't be stupid, sign up. If I can make 16 times my money, you can for sure. When Lambo said, joining the FFA was the best decision of my life. I want to help transform your life next. Join our exclusive community, limited time only, CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Is my yearly plan too much? Not to worry. We have a cheaper monthly price. Check it out now, CryptoCrewUniversity.com.